Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Prodigy's Mind, and welcome back to how to build Carnival Conquest. You can see Carnival Conquest is right there, and there's something new next to it. This is Costa Pacifica. This is actually a Concordia class cruise ship, but as you can see, they're pretty similar. There's not much difference between these two ships. They're basically sisters. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys the rundown. I'm going to be putting up a video, I guess after this one now, because, well, this is sort of a teaser. It's done. It's an exterior only model as well, and I'm going to talk about really quick how this is going to tie in to the Carnival Conquest tutorial, because it's not the same, and there are a lot of improvements that I've made, so it's not going to be a total copy from this Conquest over to this one. And what I'll end up doing is probably releasing this tutorial ship as a sister ship, so Carnival Valor, Carnival Freedom, Carnival Glory. Those are all within the Conquest class. Conquest class ships are all have like these freedom-ish names, like these really, you know what I mean, Freedom, Conquest, Valor, Glory. You know, you get the idea. They all kind of have those names. And I remember reading it had something to do with 9/11. I'm not sure. It was something to do with like American Pride, post 9/11-esque. You know, you get the idea. Anyway, so the Carnival Conquest came out in 2002, and I think I have it written down over here. I do. Alright. It's 110,000 gross tons. It was put into service in December of 2002, and it carries just under 3,000 passengers and just over 1,000 crew. You can see the actual numbers right there. And I put these on most of the ships you'll see on my build row here. And I'm going to go ahead and go through real quick before we start the tutorial part, because I want to show you. So Costa Pacifica was put in service June 5th of 2009. It's 14.5 thousand tons more than Conquest. It's a bigger ship, and it carries almost 1,000 more passengers but less crew. Interesting. Now this is according to Wikipedia, so maybe it's wrong. I don't really know. I'm just going to assume that's right. So I'm going to go over the quick differences real quick. I'm not going to do a whole tour video. There will be a whole tour video sometime later this week, or I guess this is going up on Friday, so maybe this weekend? Yeah, I'll probably do this weekend. That sounds good. You can see the pool deck is totally redone. This is all different. It's actually a deck taller. Well, the pool deck area is a deck taller. You can see I've used sea lanterns actually a lot throughout this ship. The cyan is now blue. Ooh, cyan is now blue. The observatory deck that was once above the bridge is no longer there, but now there's another one up here, which is kind of cool. The slide's new, and then also this entire superstructure back here has been redone. You see how this comes out right here? The Lido deck has like an extension over the side of the ship. Actually, Conquest is larger. Conquest comes all the way up to here. You can see this one only goes to there. There's some ladder details, the big window, which looks kind of weird. It actually doesn't look that bad from a distance, but when you're looking at it up close like we are right now, it looks pretty stupid. Some lighting, there's a basketball court, and also that really hasn't changed too much in this back. One thing a lot of people pointed out on this one was that this wasn't pointed like it should be. So instead of reworking the entire thing, because that's kind of a bit over the top, I just did the quick fix, which was to point this, because what it actually does is it actually points out here. This is the outermost point. So that's a little bit cheap of me, I'm not going to lie, but I didn't want to redo the entire stern. It already took me about a week to refit the rest of this, given I wasn't on it 100% of the time. I was doing some other stuff as well, and I'll show you the other stuff real quick. So I'm going to stop touring because I've done way too much of a preview. This ship has been around for way too long, and I still haven't released it. Also, there's Cooper. Hi, Cooper. That's the dog I was telling you about. He's stupid. He's a really stupid dog, but apparently he's just going to chill in this video, so yeah. Alright, anyway, he's a nut. He's a crazy dog. This is the Norwegian Sun. I started this June of 2014, so June last year. It's still not done. It does have a full interior, or will. It's not done yet. I'm not going to go in there yet. Nope. Okay, so that's there. That should be sometime. I don't know. This is Carnival Legend. This is like the third time I've done Carnival Legend. I think the old Carnival Legend video is still up on this channel. That's probably going to be coming down soon. Point is, I thought it would look good with like this new style bow on it, because I haven't done one in like 2 years, and it does, and it looks really good. So I think I'm going to carry through with it. I'm pretty happy with how that looks in comparison to the real ship right now, even though it's really just an outline. And then this is Carnival Fascination. This sails out of Jacksonville, which is the reason why I did it, I think, because I have family that lives in Jacksonville, so I've actually seen this one. I haven't been on this one, but I've seen this one. And this is going to be, what was it called? The P&O Britannia, which was a request from Blue Bob. So me and JJ will probably be working on that over the next few days. Now, real quick, I'm rushing these videos out. Well, I'm filming probably 2 more today because I'm going on a cruise. Yeah, it sounds awesome. And okay, don't get me wrong, I'm super hyped. Going on the Disney Dream. Some of you don't like Disney, I don't really care. I'm still really excited. I haven't been on a cruise since Legend, which was 2012. So 3 years later, and I couldn't be more happy. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I've already wasted like 10 minutes in this video. 5. Okay, 5's not that bad, I guess. So I'll be gone that week. The video for this, like I said, I'm recording 2 tonight, or today. I guess it's still right out. And they'll still be on schedule. Hopefully I can carry that schedule through and still be posting every Friday. That's my ultimate goal, is to post every Friday. So hopefully that happens. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I'll hopefully have like an announcement video like, hey, look, it's not coming out this Friday. I can't do it. Can't get it out in time. But I was lucky enough tonight to have some time, especially for a Tuesday. So yeah. And also, so the reason I brought up the cruise, not only because, you know, I'm doing it, is because you might see some pretty cool videos. Hopefully there'll be like horn battles and stuff. I'm really looking forward to that because Disney Dream has those really cool Disney themed horns. So you have, you know, a Wish Upon a Star, you know, all the, you know, Pirates of, or no, not Pirates of the Caribbean, Pirates Life for Me. Like there's a whole bunch of like these Disney tunes that the horns will play, and I'm so excited. So hopefully that happens. They'll probably do like tour, just like because the aqueduct thing, the tube ride, the water slide is there. Hopefully I'll just have some pretty awesome videos of fireworks shows, you know, all the good stuff. Maybe like a tour video, I don't know. But expect some real life content. That'll probably be filmed with a GoPro. I have a GoPro 3, or it'll be filmed with my phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S4. The camera sucks on that. Well, it doesn't suck. It doesn't have optical image stabilization. So it can be quite a bit of a bitch if you are not steady enough with your hand, and everything will turn out terrible. Alright, so I've wasted enough time. So time today, and I'm going to show you real quick what I've done off camera, because I have done stuff off camera. I know I'm bad. Alright, all I've done is I've added this right here. Now this is a deck marker, and that's what I've ended up calling this thing. It's a deck marker, and it's so you can easily see how tall the ship needs to be, where you are, keep count of your decks and everything like that, and also just stay kind of organized and neat. And also I put these here not only for just so that it looks to scale, because it looks more to scale with these if you keep count of how many decks, even if you're not doing an interior, because then you could do the exterior rooms, you could do the, you know, all that stuff. That all counts still on having the right deck measurements. But also this allows for expansion in the future. If you are building this and after you finish, you're like, wow, I'm really happy with this. I want to put an interior in. You already have your decks in place. All you have to do is fill in the floors and go to town. It's pretty easy. So that's a plus. So if you're looking to do that, you can do that. So anyway, the way this works is you want to put your first deck. This is the first passenger deck, deck 1. You see how it's 2 above the blue line. So 2. So that means this right here is your first deck. And now the reason you do this is so that tenders and everything can hook up to a deck. If you have it set up so the floor is right on the blue or right above the blue, it's going to be really unrealistic because they don't have the doors for tenders and everything that close to the sea. They're usually a few meters above, and that's why we compensate with the 2 blocks there. And then everything else is just 3 decks tall, and there are 4 decks below the bow. This right here is sort of a ledge kind of thing around the bow, as you can see, so that it's not, so that the floor isn't up here. You don't want the floor to be up here. So that way that like railing is there. Pretty easy. So there are 4 decks. Now all you do is this is lined up so that it comes right over this the Q at the bottom here, not the Q, the T-shaped thing that you can use to keep track of where you are, what you're doing, and how far you need to go. So this block is lined up the center this way and the center this way. So horizontally and or lengthwise and widthwise, it's lined up. So you just put a block lined up with your deck buoy. I guess it kind of looks like a buoy. That works. Your deck meter. Just line that up and go to town. And so The way that Conquest works, it's actually 3 on the front, and this one, I don't know, is this short? No, it's not. Okay, well, ours is going to be a little longer at the back, so we'll compensate here. So don't worry about length too much. If it's off by give or take 5 blocks, you're fine. And I'm usually pretty bad about making sure things line up. Conquest, I'm pretty sure, is actually a few shorter than her T is. This one's probably going to be a few longer. Pacifica, I think, is right, but only because I made changes to the T. And also, the last video, if you remember, this ship was only 33 wide, and that one's 35 wide, and I was like, oh, that's terrible. After looking it back up, the ship is actually 33 meters wide, and that was a mistake on my part. So, yeah, that was a misalignment. That's not a huge deal. This one's still going to be 33. We're not going to change that or anything. It's no big deal. And that one will stay 35. Again, no big deal. 1 or 2 blocks, I guess, will not make a big enough difference to be concerned. Alright, so now we get started. So all you have to do is get your wool. Oh, let's go over this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4 threes. 1, 4. And then this is your final one, and you can just carry it all the way back. And that's just the outline. I like to do it on the top. And that helps you keep everything aligned. So now all you want to do, and I don't like having extra blocks, so I usually don't end up leaving any extra blocks. But if you just carry this one down, like I'm doing now, come on, I think my speed's too high. Speed, shoot, no, not 23, shoot. Okay, all right, and so we're just going to keep carrying these blocks down. This is going to take a while. Okay, all right, we're here. And then all you want to do is, now we're here, carry this over 2, down 1, 1, 2, down 1, 1, 2. And you can see we have 1, 2 right there. See how it's too long on the bottom? And when I say 2, I'm talking about the bottom line, not this line right here, because that's actually 3. This one's also 3 that way, but it's 3 on the bottom. And that should line up, and it does-ish, right? No, 1 more. So we do 4 on the bottom. We do 2, 3, 4. The first ones are weird. Again, the pattern starts after a few times. So real quick, I'm just going to copy and paste a few of these in so that I don't have to do that whole line again. If you don't have World Edit, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and take your time, pause the video, and come back. So we're just going to paste a few of these in. I'll just do it twice. And I'm going to shorten that one a little just so I have more room. And so now for this one, see, that one needs to be 2, I think. No. What did I do? Okay. Yeah, okay. So there, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And then this one I know comes up 1. So I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Okay. And so the next one we come down and just keep it steady. Oh, real quick. I'll do it in a sec. I'll pull my tongue. Alright, this one we do need to do that. I forgot to do it on that one. And I guess, well, yeah, I guess we should do it here as well. What? Yeah, okay. What? No, wait. When I was working on the legend, I had this problem. I confused myself. So stay with me. I'm not as big of an idiot as I seem, and I will figure this out. No. Why am I touching that one? That wasn't even the one. It's this one. Right. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yep. Alright. I'll explain this one sec. That only has 3. Is that right? This is the 3rd one wide. Let me just double check to make sure. 2, 3. So this one right here. How many 2s does it have? 1, 2. This one only has 2. Come on. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with this one because it looks better. A little bit more spaced out. So all I did. So this bottom one here. I forgot to go over this originally. Has this L shape. It's like a L on its side. And so you just put the L down, And that's sort of the start to this pattern. And so when you reach it on the next one, you just follow it. So the one above it goes 1 over and then down, and then 2 over and then down, and then 3 over. And again, the first ones are hard and it can be a little tedious. Don't worry about it too much. Actually, this should be like that. It's 2 over the bow. Yeah, I did that right. Okay. Alright, I guess I didn't screw up. Well, it's different to a degree, but it's not terribly different. So next, I'm going to paste this one in. This is a little bit messed up. All we have to do is just add another block now this way. Alright. So here, 2, 3. And that's it. So I didn't add any extra blocks for this one. Normally I would have, but I decided, well, I didn't decide not to. I don't for the 2s. So what I mean by that, and this is actually wrong. There should be one there. Okay, so if he needs to stop, if I'm confusing you, which is a chance that I am, go ahead and stop and pause the video and take a look at this right here. This is the start. That should be the start, assuming I don't screw up, because if I screw up, that would really suck. I'm going to do my best. Again, I'm a little rusty. I did that one 6 months ago, and that was actually the last time I did one. So just stay with me. Did I finish that one? Yeah. Okay. And so that one's connected there as well. So we should have, yep, 4 2s. So what I mean by that, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 of those. Great. Alright, so we can just continue to bring this one down. And after this one, I'm going to show you what I was thinking about a second ago. Alright, 16 minutes. Alright, so what I want to show you real quick, and I'm kind of leaning back a little too much. You can see I'm repping Georgia Tech. I'm actually a Florida State fan. This hat actually is the national champion hat for 2013. If any of you are into football, yeah, I'm pretty big into football. So I'm not actually a huge Georgia Tech fan. They're ACC, so you know, got to rep. But like when we played them last year, I'm definitely a Florida State over Georgia Tech fan. But I was just repping because that's where I want to go to college, actually. So that'd be cool. What I want to show you real quick, and hopefully I can actually get this thing up. K70 RGB with Cherry MX brown switches. Oh my gosh, this thing's amazing. I'm so happy. It's upside down for you. Woo! Come on. Yeah, see the cable's kind of in the way there. Look at its goodness. Ah! Ah! Oh, I broke the recording. Okay, it's back. Yeah, the cord hit some buttons. I'm glad I didn't end the recording session. That would have really sucked. Woo! That was a bad idea. Alright, so yeah, I got the K70, which is pretty awesome, and I'm really happy with it, and my game minimized, and I can't maximize it again. Wow. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Game kind of broke. That's a bug in 1.8, is that if you minimize it for whatever reason, or full screen and then go back, you can't actually like maximize the screen without full screening it, which is not good. Anyway, let's continue. After the stupid football conversation, not conversation, the football interruption plus the K70 breaking the game, you know, all that good stuff, yeah. Let's get back to it. So, just going to continue the pattern. Like I said, now it's really just a pattern, so it's not too difficult. I'm not actually going to skip, though, because it can get a little interesting. See, all I'm doing is following the pattern. And there, so that's another one done. Now I'm gonna copy and paste again because I'm lazy, and in the sake of time, I don't want to be going through and doing all those. Oh. You can see this keyboard is a lot louder. I haven't actually used it in video, so I don't know just how loud it is, but it's pretty loud. So, oh, almost. Yeah, I screwed up that copy. I should just redo the copy, but I'm lazy. So. Alright, there's 2 more. Again, I'm going to shorten that one so I have a little more space to see what I'm doing, and so I don't confuse myself, which I'm known for doing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you can see that really the pattern at this point is the same thing. It doesn't change up too much, really. And also for today, that's really all we're going to be doing is the bow. So don't be too worried. I'll paint the bow for you guys. How about that? And we'll do bow details. I'll do bow details for you. So just like the stuff you see on Costa Pacifica, actually. Because I didn't do any bow details on this one, and I am stupid for not doing that. I also realized the other day that this is screwed up because all of these have one block, and then the one at the bottom here has two. Oops, and it's lined up right, which means this entire thing is off. Again, that won't be a problem, but there was no easy fix for that. Like one of the big fixes I made from from Conquest to Pacifica was like right here. There's one. There's one. Where was the mistake? Oh, this way. So you see how it should come out one more like that. But then the problem with that now is it's covering. See how it's being covered? It shouldn't be covered. So I fixed all of that and moved it all around and got that all sorted out. So now everything lines up. Again, except for that bottom one because there was no way to fix it. But now that I'm basically rebuilding the ship, there will be. Alright, no more off topic. No more freaking off topic. Oi. I'm sorry. I say sorry like a Canadian. I'm not Canadian though. I promise. I guess I just watched too much like Linus Tech Tips and NCIX and everything because well, I made fun of the Canadian sorry for a while and then it kind of stuck and it's not out of disrespect though. I don't know. Also, I opened the window, so if my face looks like super vampire white, yeah, that's why. It does actually. I can see it. And since I'm back out in my usual area, I have my dual monitors, which means I can actually see what I'm doing and ensure and keep an eye on time. I can keep an eye on make sure like lighting and everything, and also make sure I don't look stupid, because you know that's a problem, and that definitely can't happen in any of my videos. I gotta look good. Oh man. I've already grown quite a bit. The other Costa, or I keep saying Costa, the other Carnival Conquest videos, I've already gotten quite a fair bit of attention in like a week's time. So thank you guys for that. If you do like it, be sure to share and tell your friends. If you have friends that want to learn, or you have friends that you think would be interested, be sure to share it. And thank you for the positive feedback I've been getting, not only like in video comments and everything, but also like the likes on the videos. I've already, again, in 1 week for the first episode, it got, last I checked, it was 11 likes and 270 views. Like, holy crap. In a week, that's pretty great. I think that might be a bit of a record for me. Though I'm not 100% sure on A, those numbers, or B, if that's a record for me. I don't know. Oh, it's a 3. Alright, so this is where I think things change. I'm going to have to look at Conquest real quick to know for sure. But also, wow, we're getting close to the top. Okay, so for the first 3, well, that's technically not really a 3. This was originally like this, and it was originally a 2, and then this one was originally like that, but we'll change all that up later. So this was the first actual 3, this one right here, and so you can see it still goes 4. 4, 4, no, that's 3. What? What's going on? All this must have changed because of, oh, well, yeah, see, that it's hard to tell because I did all of this after I built it. Okay, well, let me look real quick. It's still going 4, which means I just kind of got rid of the 2s. I phased the 2s out. Alright, that shouldn't be an issue, I guess. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! No! This one didn't do that. It didn't do that till this one. Which I guess was a 3, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. See, this is where it gets confusing again because of all these changes right here. You can see right there. It basically makes everything different, and so it's hard for me to look at it and go, yeah, that's what happened. I'm going to go look at Legend's bow, because Legend kind of uses a recycled version of this bow. It's sort of the same, but not really. So I just want to see how I did it on Legend. That's a 4. This is a 4. That's a 3. Okay. Yeah, so it has the squares. Whatever, I'll just do the squares. I just want to make sure that I don't screw this up, because going back and fixing it and you guys having to go through that hell and me having to edit it out and da-da-da-da-da, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So I don't really want to worry about that. We'll go ahead and do that, though. Yeah, it should have been like that anyway. Oops. And then it should just do this. After that, let me go check and see if it goes to 5s or if it stays at 4s, because it very well might. well, let me look, because, yeah, square, 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 it goes to 5s. Alright, so we'll do that. I'll go over what exactly is going on here in just a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 5, 5, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's really all that happened is I changed the number from 4 to 5. Well, it went from 3 to 4 for the parts of the bow that have 2. That's 6. Why is that 6? That's 5. Also, that should be. Oh no, why is this one the first one that uses 5s? Huh. No, because these were crazy. These used those used 5s, but I don't know why those didn't. Oh, they did. Wait. Oh, the 3s are using 4s. Okay, let me scratch that. I'm not changing the distance yet. Distance doesn't change to this one, and this one uses the 5s. This one still uses 4s. Yeah, so that'll all line up. So let me just delete a block off of all of these now. Alright, this is probably the worst tutorial series on YouTube ever. But if you could just bear with me. Alright, that works. Alright, so I didn't screw it up. Alright, so we're good. We're good. Alright. I said alright like 4 times. Alright. Okay. I'm just gonna be quiet. Alright. Said it again. Okay, that's better. We are just gonna continue now. 2. Alright, and here we go. 4s. 4, 4, 4, 4. Oh, I noticed in the other videos I looked like stupid serious. Like I was getting into it. So I'm trying not to. I'm trying to. Well, I find if I keep talking like to you guys that I don't look like an idiot and look super serious. But usually, like my work face is like really serious, and kids tell me that at school all the time. Like, you alright, man? Like, you need to talk about something, you know? So yeah, if you could like excuse that ugly face that I make, that'd be awesome. Because it's bad. Oh wait, yep, okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. There we go. Wait, why was that one 5? That wasn't 5. That was 4. Thanks, counting. Oh, and another thing last video, and I added an annotation on episode 2. I didn't do rudders, and I actually totally forgot rudders on Conquest as well, which is kind of stupid of me. Oh, this one uses 5s. Okay, wait. So yeah, now we're going to add a block to all of these. Pretty easy. Like that. Okay. Oh, no, wait, not that one. Like that. And not that one either. Like that. Okay. What's going on there? Oh, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Like I was saying, I totally forgot rudders. Like, I just totally didn't do rudders, which, looking back, I look like a total moron, and I will admit to me being a total moron, especially in that scenario, because there definitely needed to be rudders on that ship. Yeah, those were not arthropods. They don't turn on a dime, so I don't really know what was going on. So we'll add those. Actually, I'll add those right now. Or not right now, but right as soon as we finish the battle, I'll go ahead and throw those at the end of this episode, just because then I know the longer I wait, the more crap I'll get for it. I actually didn't get much for it. I think it was thanks to that annotation I put on it. But there's Luke over there. Let me see what he's saying. Okay, what's going on? No. Yeah, they're all talking. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put that back down. I was just checking because I didn't know if he was trying to talk to me or anything. And he wasn't. And I'm actually gonna do this one like sort of backwards-ish. But you can see the pattern stays the same. So I'm gonna do a summary in a minute as to what the absolute heck is going on, because wow, this is complicated. Also, I'm really glad that I didn't have as much issues with this bow as I did with the Legends bow. I had so many issues with the Legends bow to the point where I decided to just kind of recycle this bow, which is super lazy of me, but it actually works. Those ships have the same beam and the same deck count below the front superstructure, which is crazy and usually doesn't happen, so I went ahead and took advantage of that because, you know, well, why wouldn't I? Alright, since this is the last one, you don't really have to worry too much about what goes above. you just really have to continue this. So yeah, just kind of put some stuff here. Usually a little bit more OCD about stuff like that, but it's not too big of a deal. And then it's becoming nighttime, the day, and then yeah, and I've said and then again. This is one of those moments where I just talk out of my butt instead of out of my head. Okay, so now we're done. That's it. And so if I just build this up, like this. Huh? What are you doing, Cooper? Stupid dog. He's such a nut. He's a great dog. Cooper, come here. Come here. Come here. What is that? That's Apollo. Oh, you guys have to meet Apollo. Cooper, come here. Come here. Maybe yeah. For the next episode, I'll take him out. He's my bearded dragon. So this is Cooper. He's an Airedale, and he's huge, like 80 pounds, and he stinks, and he's a dork, and he's crazy. So now all we have to do is fill all this in with wool, and I want to make sure I don't screw it up. So 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Yeah, that one, so 35, this one, so 35. Boom, done. Look at that. Look at that bow. So for those adjustments that you see on that one over there where it's not really lined up the same way it was, we will make those once we do the superstructure. Those really come after the superstructure, actually. You don't do those adjustments to the bow until after you're done with most of this area up here, and then those kind of go in according to how you did the bow area. So it's not like as easy as a copy and paste thing. So the next step, or what I'm going to do a quick overview of what exactly happened here. So these all just kind of come down. So the first two here, you have this. So take a screenshot or pause the video and take a quick look at. I'm pointing at the screen. I know you can't see at this area right here. So right where I'm kind of circling, that's the start. That's like the key to the puzzle, really. And I don't know if there are keys to a puzzle. It's the key to the lock. If you can get that part down and do that the right way, everything else will really kind of fall in place. It's all just pattern from there. And so if you can get the pattern right, you're good. And so the pattern really just consists of you following the lines you've already made, and that's really it. So it's not too difficult. It's not it's not a big challenge. As long as you pay attention to what's going on and what you're doing, you can get a bow that looks similar to this. If it doesn't, don't worry too much. If you have any questions, you can try leaving a comment. I find that with the message system, I can't actually respond to like half the comments. Like people will leave a comment asking for like help or how many of something there are, and I can't respond. So I don't really know what to tell you guys. The reply button just isn't there for you, and it is for everybody else. So yeah, sorry. So you can see now we're gonna put in a 3. So when we went ahead and built it, and I went ahead and did it without talking about it, it looked like that. And that looks stupid because it's way too pointed. The fronts of ships are not that pointed. And some very specific smaller ships. Okay, smaller ships. So now all we have to do is just flatten it out, and so we just move it all. In this case, it would be north, but that way one. So this whole line used to look like that, and then all we do is push it back one, like that, and pick a spot like right there. That looks good, and boom, done. And so now, and I don't know if that's perfect. I think I'm gonna do it a few more lower. Right there. That looks awesome. All right, great. Yeah, that should work. I guess maybe one up. I'm trying to make it look good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 above the white line. So the white 7 up, and then that's where it is. 7 up. So the red line you see on Carnival Conquest over here. The red line exists at this deck. Oh, Luke, you. Let's try it real quick. Oh, come on. Why? Yeah, there it is. Alright. Oh, that's okay. Only like 30 minutes after recording. That's cool. Snapcraft. Wow. I don't remember adding. See, stuff just like changes. Yay! Alright, back to it. At least it all saved. I was worried it wasn't going to save. My location didn't save. Alright, so real quick, since I don't have the deck meter in over there, a quick way to do it is that's a floor, so 3 down, that's a floor. So it's aligned with 1 floor below. So it's aligned with this floor right here, that one. So we can just take some red. Pretty easy, really. Oh, wait, am I the right one? Yeah, there it is. Alright, so the red one goes right there. And for Carnival ships, it doesn't start right at the beginning. So that it's this line, and it starts right about, we'll do here. And so instead of doing all that manually, I'm just going to set 35, 14. Ta-da! Ah! I'm glad it didn't work. Maybe my selection was wrong. I don't know. Can I just undo that? I can't see anything. Chat settings. Oh! World edit is broken. Alright, I'll report that later. Great. So world edit does not work. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do it manually since it's broken. And so yeah, so the red line just kind of goes in right here. And this is actually one deck above the just trying to restart again. Won't restart. Please don't restart. I'll go make the video on the Pacifica while he's doing that, because I'm about to record another episode of this, so I guess I'll get 3 videos today. And I also have one for, well, it'll already be out by now. Yeah, the one for, I'll put the one out for Meyer Works Shipyard out before this video comes out sometime this week. Also, I think I did that line in the exact same, no I didn't, because that one, no, it's one further over, wow. This one goes all the way to here. Again, this doesn't, it's not super specific. As long as you just kind of get it in the region, you'll be GG. So that's really it. We'll go, well, I don't need that. Put some rudders on this bad boy, because again, those were left out and I'm an idiot for leaving them out. Also, for ships, there's an easy way to know how many bow thrusters, how many stern thrusters, and also if there are stabilizers on this side. If you look, and I don't have a picture on me or like to show you, but if you look on Google Images, Google Disney Dream, because it has it. Google really any ship, I'm pretty sure they all have to have markings for where there are propellers underwater that you probably won't be able to see. So it'll have like 2 little propeller markings like here and here for the back. And so that lets you know, hey, there are 2 thrusters underneath the water line here. If there's a stabilizer, you'll have a little like line sort of thing. It'll be like that, and it'll be black. And that lets you know, hey, there's a stabilizer underwater here. So for smaller boats or maybe pilot boats, they'll stay away from that area if the ship is out of port, because there might be you know, things going on. So that's an easy way to tell. And of course, after further inspection, this ship does have 3 in the front, 2 in the back, and I think it actually has stabilizers as well, which we might add. But usually those are like in the ship anyway, like you can actually see them. So we're not going to worry too much about that. So for the rudder, I like to use cobblestone walls. We will use blue wool. Where to put cobblestone? Okay, blue wool. We will use red stained clay. And we will use black stained clay. Just like that. And now all we have to do is line it up. Put a black one down on each side. Alright, so that's middle 3 about there. Right? Now 1 further up. And then just put 1 of those on each side like that. Boom. And then we just make the rudder real quick, and we just make it line up with the rest of the the rest of the hull as far as paint goes. Why is that not working? Oh, someone just said day. Oh, okay. I was spamming day. That's brilliant. So we just kind of, so there'll be 3 of those, and then red, and I like to stop it right here. So it'll be like that and like that. Boom. That's my rudder. It's not super detailed or anything, but it's a rudder, so you know I don't know what you would expect. And the same thing on the other side. So some blue for 3, and then 1 red, and 2 more at once. That should line up, and it does, and they line up with the propellers just fine, and boom, or rudder for the propellers. So yeah, that's the detail now that was totally missing on Conquest. No one pointed that out to me, and I didn't realize until I was working on Pacifica, and I was like, wait, where are the rudders? And I'd already done this at that time. By the time I'd been working on that, I'd already done part 2, which included all of that, so I was pretty worried about the crap I'd take for that, but thankfully I didn't take really any flack, so thank you guys for like not trying to kill me because I didn't put rudders on it. But thank you guys for watching. I guess that'll pretty much be it for episode 3. I hope you enjoyed. I'm working pretty hard on getting these out scheduled. I'm trying to be scheduled. This is really the only series so far that's going to be scheduled. As far as like build projects, so like Costa Pacifica and then the Meyer Wharf, those really aren't scheduled. Those really aren't scheduled, so don't worry too much about it. But these will be, because they're tutorials, and I know you guys get super pissed off when they're tutorials back to back, day to day, and then like a month later the next one comes out, and then they're like 2 months, and then a week, and then they're all over the place, and that was how it was with both of the other How to Build a Cruise Ship series tutorial things. So yeah, those were kind of messy. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see all the upcoming parts. I'll have part 1 and part 2 linked in the description below, or I'll have part 1 linked in the description below because that's kind of important. If you need to go to part 2, then you can just find it. Sorry. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, leave comments if you have any questions, suggestions. If you like the face cam and you want me to keep it, let me know. If you want to play any other games, let me know. I haven't gotten any feedback on this, so please leave some feedback, especially you subscribers, to how you think, because I'm trying to just make this channel as much as it can be. Like I said, getting back into it, it's really important to me now, and I'm trying to turn it into more than just a hobby, turning it into, well, it is a hobby, and I enjoy doing it. I'm trying to turn it into something more than just something, every once in a while I'm like, hey, I should make a video, because that's not enough for you guys. You guys have stuck. A lot of you have stuck with me since like day 1, and I was a little idiot then and didn't know anything. So thank you for sticking around this long. That means a lot to me. But hopefully you'll stick around for a while, and hopefully I can get this channel to grow with more content and more tutorials and just about everything. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Wrong button.